Let's start talking about geometric sequence. The geometric sequence, as we said, we have before that, we have two types of sequence. A sequence, it has ordered number, and it has two types, arithmetic and geometric. We said the arithmetic, we have a common difference, and in the geometric, we have a common ratio. How can we find the common ratio? By dividing two preceding terms by each other. Like if you have 2, 4, 8, and 16, you just divide 8 by 2. You will get, 8 by 4, you will get 2. This number 2, we called it common ratio. So a geometric sequence with a starting value A and a common ratio R is the sequence of the form A times AR times AR squared times AR cubic. So if I want now to rewrite, I will say now, do you see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yes,
So we said here we have 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. This is an geometric sequence. To find R, we just divide 4 by 2, which is 2. 8 by 4, which is 2. So let's name now the first number with A. Then how can we get 4? If we know that the first number is 2, how can we get 4?
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2. So you multiply A by R. And how can you get 8? You multiply 8
by 8 to the power of 2.
By 2 also. So we multiply AR by R. Is it right?
Yes.
And
yes,
get 16. You will multiply, now before that, AR times R, which is IR squared. Then this 16, it is AR squared. Then I multiply it by R2. Because 16 is 8 times 2. That's mean the previous one times R, which it will be AR cubic. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
teacher, I have a question.
Other two.
Sorry?
I didn't understand it from 4 to 16.
16?
From 4 to 16, why it's AR and AR power
I
R?
told you, Allah, if you want to find R, find a 4, sorry. What did you do? You multiply 2 by 2. If you multiply 2 by 2, you will get 4.
Okay.
And if you multiply 4 by 2, you will get 8. And 8 by 2, you will get 16.
So like that, because of 8 multiplied by 2, 16, so it will be AR to the power 3. Because
Yes.
the third time. Okay.
Yes, yes, you can say also because you multiplied 3 times, so R cubic.
Okay.
Teacher, I don't understand. Can you repeat again?
Which one?
The part that AR is in the power of 3 and 2.
Did you come now?
No, I was here from before, but I didn't understand it well.
Now, from where you bring number 8?
From 4 multiplied by 2.
Thank you. So you multiply the previous one by R, which is 2. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes. Teacher, what is the X?
No, multiply this one. Multiply by
yeah.
R. To bring 4, you multiply A by R. which it will be AR. And to bring the second one, you multiply AR by also R. So you bring AR squared. And then if you multiply AR squared by R, you will get AR cubic. This is, yani,
So teacher, it's AR squared after we multiply 2 by 4, or after we multiplied 4 by 2 to get 8.
Can you repeat your question?
So it became 2 squared, AR squared, when we multiplied 2 by 2 to get 4, or when we multiplied 4 by 2 to get 8.
No, 4 by 2 to get 8. This one, I will not ask you about it. I will not make a question for it. Here, just I want you to understand the meaning of geometric sequence.
So there is not like that in the test.
No. There's nothing, there's no question like it in grade 8. You will find some questions in grade 10. But here, just I want you to understand that if you multiply the previous term by 2, you will get the next term. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
A
teacher.
is 2. And R, the common ratio, which is
Yes.
2.
So every
And
time, if you multiply by the first term or any term by 2, you will get the next term.
Okay.
So now to represent the geometric sequence, we will use 2 types of definition, recursive and explicit. The recursive, so we use we use an recursive and we use an explicit. For the recursive, what is the meaning of recursive? The recursive, that's mean if I want to find like 2, 4, 8, and 16. If I want to find this 8, I must go back to its previous one. If I don't have its previous, I cannot find this term. So the recursive definition, that's mean if I need to find, and that's mean like you are in grade 8. If you have in grade 8, you must take grade 7. You must, if you want to find a grade 8, if you want to be successful in grade 8, you must be successful in grade 7. If you have A8, you must find A7. That's the one before it. And this A7, you will multiply it by R, like what I did before few minutes. That if I need to find 8, I need to multiply 4 by 2, and I get 8. And if I want to find 16, I need to multiply 8 by 2, and I get 16. Is it clear?
Yes, miss.
Yes, teacher.
This is for the recursive. The recursive, I want to find any term, I must need the previous one. The explicit, no. In the explicit, he told me that if you want to find any number of term, you just need the first term. I mean, if you want to find 16, you just need 2. Inshallah, I asked you about 100, A of sub 100. You only used A sub 1 and continue. But in the recursive, if you want to find A sub 100, you need to find A sub 99. It's so hard because I have to find all the 99 terms to find A sub 100. This is for the recursive. For the explicit, no, I just need only the first term. If I know the first term, I will find to you any number of terms you asked me about it. So A sub n is A sub 1, the first term, times R raised to the power n minus 1, whereas R is a ratio, n is a number of terms. Is it clear now?
Yes.
teacher.
This is for the recursive and this is for the explicit. Now let's do this question here. Find the common ratio for the geometric sequence. How can we find the common ratio?
Second term divided by first term.
Let's divide 6 by its previous. 6 by 3 is what?
2.
Is 2. So R here is 2.
كنت تلعبوا وشنك معلق عيد كتير.
Look at number 17 now. In number 17, be careful. I have to divide the second into the first. So it's 27 over 81. Then 27 over 81. Let's divide it by 9. It will be 3. Divided by 9, it will be 9. By 1, by 3. So it will be 1 over 3. So a common ratio here is 1 over 3.
Miss, can you repeat it?
Which one?
That's this question 17.
17. Okay. For number 17, Huda, how can you find the common ratio? Can you tell me?
We're gonna divide 72 with 81.
Yes, you will divide any two terms by each other. So you will divide 27 over 81. Then how can you divide that? Let's simplify it. Divide by 9. 27 divided by 9. What is the number that if I multiply it by 9, I get 27?
9 by 9.
3. And
3.
81 divided by 9.
9.
9.
And after that, 3 over 3 is 1. 9 over 3 is 3. So the ratio here is what?
1 over 3.
1 over 3. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, in this question here, I want you to determine if each sequence is a geometric. If yes, find the common ratio and write the explicit and the recursive formula. I want to solve number 40. Let's see now number 40. Yes, miss.
Teacher, in the quiz you'll bring for us, you give us like here 3, -9, 27, -81, and you will ask us to write either explicit formula or recursive formula.
Yeah, may I ask you to write one of them or two of them? Yes, why not?
I have a question.
Okay.
We will write on the test? Or just a
Yes,
choice?
you have an essay. I told you, you have an essay questions, you have a multiple choice, and you have a true and false.
Just true or false and multiple choice?
And essay.
Teacher, how many questions do we have?
I think you have 4. 2 of them you can write the answer by keyboard, and 2 of them you have to write on the paper, on sheet, and send it to me.
Okay.
Or attached under the question. Like
Teacher, this is essay questions?
Yes, for the essay.
Just 4 questions are
Inshallah, yes, I think they are 4. Maybe they are 5. I forget because I make for 8 and 10 and 11.
okay.
But teacher, in the quiz, do we have time so we could write it on the paper, then have a picture of it, and then send it?
Yes, inshallah.
Miss, can I send the pictures of what I solved at the end of the test, or I should in the
during the test?
Okay.
Yeah, I have to solve number 40 now. In number 40, we have 3, -9, 27, -1. The first step, I have to check if it is geometric sequence. How?
-9 divided by 3.
Divide each term by the previous one. -9 over 3 is what?
-3.
And -27 over -9 is? Also 3.
-3.
Negative 3, sorry.
Negative 3.
So we have a common ratio. So yes, it is geometric. So I will write here now that R is -3. Then
Miss, can you repeat it?
just here you have Yahuda to divide -3 by 3, -9 by 3. -9 by 3 equal to what?
Equal to 2.
-9 divided by 3.
Negative. Equal -3.
Yes, that's it. So R is -3. Now,
Okay.
after we find the common ratio, I want to write the explicit and the recursive. Let's go back to remind you the definition of them. The recursive, what did I need? I need the previous one. So to write the recursive, sorry. So to write the recursive, I must say A sub n is the previous term times R. This is for the recursive. And for the explicit, you have to say A sub n is A sub 1 times R raised to the power n minus 1. This is for a recursive and for the explicit. Yeah, let's do the recursive now. So what I have to do, I will say A sub n is A sub n minus 1 times R. What is the value of R? It's -3.
3.
So this will be now a recursive formula. Let's write now the explicit formula. To write the explicit, I need the first term. What is the first term?
3.
It's a 3 times R. It's -3.
-3.
Raised to the power n minus 1. This will be now, sorry, this will be now an explicit formula. Is it clear now?
Yes, teacher. Now my question, you give
Yes.
us, find the next term. And -81, find the next one.
Yes, sometimes I will ask you to find the next term. May I ask you to find the common ratio or to write the explicit formula?
But Miss, in the quiz, you will give us to find the next term using the recursive formula.
As you want. It's
give
recursive,
us
it will be easy for you. Yes, if I ask you to find the next term, you will use the recursive, it will be easier for you.
Miss, you mean explicit?
No, the explicit.
The recursive.
Look at the, after that, we know these two, okay? I will clean here.
Teacher, could you please explain the explicit again?
The explicit,
I did not understand the last part.
Wait, please. It was A sub n is equal A sub 1 times R raised to the power n minus 1. Where's A sub 1? It was
3.
A sub 1 times R raised to the power n minus 1. Where's A sub 1? It's a 3. Where's R?
3.
R negative.
R is
So
3.
-3 to the power n minus 1.
Okay, teacher, what about the recursive?
The recursive, you just multiply the previous term by 3.
Oh, okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, you're welcome. So now, by now, I have this explicit and this recursive. And as an example, if I told you, if I told you now, find A of 10, A sub 10, which is easier to you, to use the first or the second one?
Yes, teacher, this one. Which one is easier? That you find
Recursive.
only
The
multiply
first
by
one.
term.
This is
The
easier.
recursive. The explicit.
The first one
Yes.
is equal.
Second one, because teacher, you will
I
find like
asked you about a sub 10. To find a sub 10, I need the a sub 9. Did I have a sub 9 here? I have a
no.
sub 1,
This
a
is
sub 2. So the explicit will be easier for me. So I will say a sub 10 is 3 times negative 3 raised to the power 10 minus 1.
10 minus 1
And you will
only.
find the answer. Yes, you will say now negative 3 raised
To
to the power
9.
9, yes. Then you multiply it by 3. So it will be negative 5, this big number. This is a sub 10. If I ask you now to find a sub 5, now, a sub 5. Look at me here. Here now, what did we have? We have a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, and a sub 4. I need a sub 5. So which is easier to me now?
And both will be easier,
Yes,
but you can use the recursive.
The recursive, it will be easier. Why? Because I can use a sub 4, the previous one, multiply it by negative 3. Okay, I can find a sub 5. So negative 81 multiplied by negative 3, which it will be 3 to 4, 243. This is a sub 5. Maybe another one said, I know that if you multiplied, one if you say, teacher, if I know that you multiply this term by negative 3, you get negative 9. And negative 9, you multiply it by negative 3, you get 27. And 27, you multiply it by negative 3, you get a negative 81. And negative 81, if you multiply it by negative 3, you will get 243 also. So we have these ways to find the next term. Is it clear for you now?
Yes.
Teacher, we could use any type of them and the exam. We could use any type of them?
Yes, you can use any type of them and you will find the same answer.
But teacher, if I use this one like negative 81, multiply, if you told me to find the next term like a sub 5, it will be easier to use the 3 terms. But if you told me a number, a big number, it is easy to use the
explicit will be
explicit.
easier for you. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any question?
No, thank
No.
you, teacher.
Yeah. Thank you so much.